Draw your sword, knock your arrows, and ready your spellbook. It's time for another episode of The Gamesmen. What role will you play?
Greetings, guys, gals, and guildies. Welcome to episode 93 of The Gamesmen. This is the show for the week of the 12th of November, 2012. I am Steve Conger, also known as JSS Lyfeliek, on basically every gaming service imaginable, and we're bringing you a little different feel to the show this week. Mr. Scotsman is out, and returning again, as usual, is Daniel Knappman. Hardlydan.
Hey, man, how you doing?
I'm alright, how are you?
Much better.
I certainly hope so. God, you sounded awful.
Yeah, I'm surprised no one's actually commented on that yet.
I think somebody kind of did, but maybe we'll get to that.
All right.
And sitting in the guest chair, filling in for the Rabid Scotsman this week, from the Game Enthused podcast and GameEnthused.com, Robert Richburg, Big Rob.
Hello, this is Rob 89, and I am in love with your radio voice, sir. It would be a shame when it's on from the internet.
Yeah, that time is quick approaching, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, Large Robert, what is new with you, man? What's going on in the life of Big Rob?
Well, Halo 4 happened. That's pretty much it.
So
other than that, not a whole ton else.
Once Halo 4 drops, that's it, huh?
Pretty much. And I was, if you've heard me talk about it before, you know that I was pretty much against it. But it's Halo time, so what can you do? The game arrived at my door, so I started playing it.
Yeah.
Can't really complain.
So have you been getting into any life stuff outside of Halo 4, or are you completely shirking all of your duties as a man?
No, I mean, go to work, come home, maybe play some Halo, rinse and repeat.
Maybe
the daddy
eat.
thing, make dinner, well, you will know how that goes.
Yeah, maybe eat, maybe not, depends. Maybe shower, maybe not, depends.
Right. Who's asking for stuff now? Maybe feed the cat. I guess it'd be nice if he didn't die in the house.
It's
that
always
kind
a
of thing.
good thing. Yeah.
Right. I got this needy cat. He's sitting right here, actually.
As long as you said needy and not meaty.
Like rolling the dough needy?
No, like meaty, like time to barbecue him up.
Oh, nah, he's a little chubby, but he's cool.
Dan, so what's going on with you?
I've been playing some stuff that isn't Halo, not Halo, Guild Wars 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Halo?
That's hard to believe.
I haven't been playing Halo. Yeah, I started off with trying Peter Molyneux's new mobile app, Curiosity. What's in the box?
Oh, interesting.
Well, it's different. I wouldn't say it was actually a game. Maybe it's some more kind of some interactive art, maybe, or I don't know. I mean, it's a cube. I don't know if I like it or not, but I keep going back to it just to see what the next layer is. You've basically got this massive cube, and everyone has to hack away at these tiny little miniature cubelets to get rid of the layer.
I haven't seen it, but from what I've heard, it sounds to me like you're doing the bubble wrap popping thing. Is
yeah, pretty much. And then as you clear more, you get more coins, and you can then buy upgrades so you can clear more boxes faster and get more money. But it's all right, I suppose. I think the thing that's getting everyone is the fact that there's going to be one cube in the middle, and only one person is going to be able to actually destroy that and find out what the answer, apparently there's a video link or something. And it's entirely up to that person what they're going to do with it. They could just watch it and not share it with anyone, or they can share it. But they're not allowed to make money from it.
What?
Yeah, it's free. It's on iOS and Android. So if you're curious, you might well check it out.
Curious? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a game about opening boxes that let you open more boxes until you get to the one box in the middle.
That's actually got something in it. Yeah, but as the layers come off, because you've got to do take off a layer at a time, it doesn't let you just mine straight down into the middle. The pictures change, and there was some weird green kind of globules on it the other day, and now it's going red. Don't know what that's.
No, wait a second. So you're saying it's like a glorified, like, digital Russian nesting doll thing?
Yeah, if it was the most boring one ever. It was just another slightly smaller cube inside.
Sounds like a disappointing onion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Is there an exciting onion? I don't know.
No, they're all disappointing.
I cry every time. Oh, never mind.
Right.
Terrible.
I'm kind of hoping it'll be a dead cat in the middle.
Wouldn't that be awful? That'd be great. Actually, it'd be great, probably.
Right, you just have to pet the cat. It's like, oh, you thought I'd make a game where you didn't pet an animal. Ooh, told you.
Or like a dead frozen cat sickle.
Oh, this is Schrodinger's cat. Oh, you found it, and he's dead. You killed it.
It could very well be. Who knows? I mean, I don't know. I think maybe people would actually be expecting that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's some interesting comments about what it could be. Someone said it was possibly a Minecraft code, so you can start making stuff with all the blocks you've destroyed.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
I've also tried the new Codemasters F1 karting. F1 Race Stars, I think it's called. It's very Mario Kart.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm downloading the demo for it.
It's not. I was hoping that there'd be a bit more realistic, so somewhere in between Mario Kart and F1, but it's not. They've gone the Mario Kart route, but it seems quite fun. I don't know if I'll be buying it at full price. I'll probably wait until there's a Steam sale.
Yeah.
But yeah, the demo's out there as well, so it looks nice. There's some power ups. You can race as kind of caricatures of real drivers. I think I haven't really gotten that deep into it, but I think there's upgrades you can get for your cars and things like that. So
It looked like it was ready for. It was ready for. Was that for your avatars for Xbox Live?
Oh,
Does it
right.
come in the consoles at some point, or
It's on PC as well. So I have no avatar for my PC, obviously. Well, no.
That's
Microsoft
it. We're going to kickstart an avatar for Dan's PC.
I'd prefer a PC.
Failed Kickstarter idea number 1,700,000. Oh, my God.
Kickstarter in the UK now, so perhaps there's more of a chance.
Well, you should try it just to see. So what else you playing?
For the 10th anniversary of Battlefield 1942, EA are giving it away free on Origin, so I've just had a little go on that.
And?
It's exactly as I remember it on my old machine, which I guess is, it's fine. It was a good shooter back then. I'm really bad at it. I'm just playing against bots at the moment because I haven't played a first-person shooter with mouse and keyboard for so long.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. It's all in there. Yeah, it's actually the only game I've got, I think, that I can, apart from Worms 2, that I can run at full settings. So, it's only taken me 10 years to do that, but...
Your PC's from 1942?
You're playing the game the way it's supposed to be played.
Failed Kickstarter idea number 1 million.
Of course, because it is so old, it's doesn't have working widescreen, so it's all in 4:3. So you get some nice thick black bars down. Yeah, if I had the money to do that, I'd probably put it in my PC and
tell people Dan's PC's from 1942.
Hey, this isn't the size of a room.
I know. Each transistor's the size of a soda can.
Actually, I think they were valves back then.
Like your PC literally runs Steam?
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, there's one other thing I've played, which I think you've tried as well.
Yeah, why don't we hold off on that? We'll talk about that when I get to that. But right now, I want to know, Rob, I want to know about your PC. Because I know we talked about it a while when you were researching the parts and things. And what did you put in it, and how is it running?
How many times better is it than mine?
Probably not too much. It's I got 4 gigs of RAM in it. I know that much. No video
I've got that.
Actually, so do I, believe it or not.
I'm just amazed that I've got this 1 gig graphics card and it's virtually useless.
See, I'm running a 1 gig card too, but it's still a GTS 4 series. Like it's a 450.
Yeah, I've got a GT 240.
Yeah, it's about time for you to get a new card, a new build. It's getting there.
Yeah,
I've been itching myself.
Didn't you just get it?
No.
I'm hoping after Christmas, well, actually after my birthday in January, I should have about £250 to chuck towards it. So that'll get me, a better CPU, motherboard, and 8 gigs of RAM. And then it's just saving up again for another graphics card.
There you go. All right, let's see. I got this here. I guess with the chip, it's a Intel Pentium G850 with Sandy Bridge. 2.9 gigahertz.
What is it, an i3 or?
Before that. It's a dual core. Is right before they did the i thing.
Okay.
So I think it's equivalent to an i3, whatever the model was right before they came out with those.
And then what else? What else did you put in?
It's on a ASRock Intel board, micro ATX form factor, I guess.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's pretty basic.
And then you said, 4 gigs of RAM, and then what kind of video card did you put in?
No video card yet.
No video card yet?
Nah, no video card yet. I was kind of thinking I'd drop one in right after, but then, things happen. Things need to be paid. So I was like, this onboard stuff was pretty good so far.
What is on board? Do you remember?
I don't know. Whatever's on the chip. I mean, it's integrated graphics, so that does it.
So I guess it at least allowed you to run Torchlight 2, huh?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Runs pretty good.
This time we were actually talking, what was it, Dan, a couple weeks ago about that GTX, 650 Ti that was $159 with a free copy of Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah.
It was a good price.
Yeah.
Damn good price.
I know. I was tempted. I really was, I gotta say. But so, tell me how much of a difference were you seeing? What were you running before? You were.
I had my Toshiba laptop, circa 2005.
Oh God!
Earlier, yeah, with the Celeron chip.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was. It was struggling to do just about anything.
Nothing says budget like Celeron.
Right. It had 2 gigs of RAM in it, but I wasn't going to cut it. So, I mean, I could run, what's that one? Plants vs. Zombies.
Yeah.
That was good. That ran great.
You know that Plants vs. Zombies isn't the most resource-intensive game out there.
I think someone had misinformed me on that. I thought my Plants vs. Zombie running was, it was running at full tilt. But yeah, no, it was terrible.
I had it maxed out.
I would play at about 15 frames a second, something like that.
Oh, wow.
If it was even that much, yeah, it was pretty bad.
Wow.
So it's a welcome upgrade. Ubuntu ran well, and I could even get Steam to go on there through, I guess it was, what's that called? Play on Linux, the emulator that they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that got Steam up and running, and some of the games could run through that. The indie bundle games, they ran okay. The less intense ones, but yeah, this is night and day. So this was a long time coming.
Well, just imagine once you get a video card in there, like a dedicated one.
Hey, be able to play some Guild Wars 2.
Yeah.
I would be terrible. Like, wait, what button does this again? Oh, I'm dead for the 80th time.
Oh man. Okay, so are you enjoying sort of being back in the PC master race, I guess, as it is?
Yeah, because I had a gaming rig before. I kind of gutted it and, sent it off to do business work. So I was kind of without something. But yeah, being back in this PC age where, hey, look at this thing, it's in beta, but you could play it if your computer will run this, and this. Like, oh yeah, I could totally do that. It's great. Now I know what you guys are talking about.
I'll tell you what. I've said it a million times already, and I'll say it again. This home theater PC case is the best thing I ever did.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Best thing I ever did. Okay, so now comes to the point of the show where you, sir, need to sell me on Halo 4.
Okay.
I am a self-proclaimed, not hater. I think that the original Halo ruined first-person shooters.
What?
Okay, now just listen. Like, I'm talking real first-person shooters, not console first-person shooters.
You mean like Quake, right?
Yes.
Quake Unreal Tournament? Okay.
Now, let me throw the caveat in there that I love the Metroid Prime trilogy, and a lot of the people left Retro to go to 343, and there's a lot of Metroid Prime influence sort of in Halo 4. So, that being said, sell me on it.
Seems like a conflict of interest. I can sell you on Reach for sure.
I actually did buy that, and then I traded it away.
All right, let's see. Let me play the other side. You need to buy Halo 4 because it has a vast array of online capabilities. You can utilize your Xbox Live subscription to the fullest.
What if you don't have
online
an Xbox Live subscription anymore?
And don't want one.
When you purchase Halo 4, it comes with a 14-day free trial for Xbox Live.
Oh, sweet. Really?
Yes, it does. And you can join all your friends that you've been missing out on Xbox Live, such as Big Rob 029. And you can play games, and it is fun. We will play such games as Slayer, where you have your little Spartan guy, and you can customize him in the way that you see fit, and you can run around and shoot stuff, and then you win the game, and it's awesome.
And then you win the game.
Unless we're playing terrible, and then you lose the game, but then you play again, and then we win that one. All right, for the offline gamer, Halo 4 has a very in-depth campaign, sporting the most, basically pushing the Xbox 360 as far as it can go in graphically intense environments and character models. The game opens up in a beautiful cutscene where Dr. Halsey talks to you, and she says words, and you're just looking at her like, "You're so realistic. I did not know that you were an animated person. I thought you were real. You have freckles on your face, and you're beautiful. I just want to touch the screen and put my hands through and touch your face. It's so beautiful."
You know where I thought you were going with that? And she's just really, really hot.
No, from a technical standpoint, it's breathtaking and magical. Okay, so we get past the part with Dr. Halsey. All right, so then you take on the role of Master Chief. He's super awesome, and he goes in cryo sleep, and then he wakes up out of cryo sleep, and you're like, "Oh man, it's the future." And hey, I got a little buddy, and her name is Cortana, and she's blue. She's also beautiful, and you're like, "Oh man, if I could only touch through the screen." Oh, I don't have to. She's in my head talking to me the whole time, and her voice is beautiful and soothing. And she says, "Go shoot that guy," and you're like, "All right, game on. Let's take out some aliens." And then there's aliens, and you shoot them, and it's awesome. And then there's more aliens that you didn't know and you didn't see them before, and they look like they're made out of the building that the buildings that are so iconic from the Halo franchise. Like, hey, this dude is made out of parallel pieces of plastic and metal that are all lit from inner workings that are crazy alien technology, and it's madness. It's ridiculous. They're beautiful, and you kind of want to touch them too, but they're really dangerous, so you don't want to do that. They might chop your hand off.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. Let me see if I can rein this back in here. What has 343 done with Halo that you like in stark contrast to what Bungie did with it?
It's conflict of interest thing again. I've been doing your research, sir. Things that 343 did that I liked over what...
I mean, did they take any liberties, or did they change or tweak anything that you were like, oh, okay, well, that's kind of different?
They changed a lot. All right, brace yourself.
All right.
If you like Call of Duty, you will love Halo 4.
Really?
Yes. Okay, Bungie was like, this is a skill-based game, so any progression is all based on your irrelevant level and pointless character customizations.
Yes.
Standard. That's it. Halo 4 is like, nah, man, you get XP and crazy stuff. You need to get some levels, and if only we had a guitar riff that would go whenever you got a level, it would be awesome.
No, wait. Does crazy stuff include, like, kill streaks and shit?
No kill streaks, which is nice. I like that. No kill streaks. What they have is, I don't know what it's called, but they have a system where basically you have this little meter on the side of your screen. Once the meter fills up, then you get an ordnance drop. So it's based on your kills, but it's not like you can boost that as well. Like you can have a perk where it loads up faster, but basically every kill you get, the meter goes up.
Okay.
Once you get a certain amount of kills, then you get an ordnance drop. So you get a weapon drop where it's like, here's a weapon that's not on the map, something kind of special like a rocket launcher, or maybe kind of like a quad damage for Quake, something like that, or like a speed boost or something, or here's some grenades that you don't have in your pack. So this thing comes down, drops in front of you, here's your weapons, free for anyone to grab if you're too slow. But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as kill streaks go. But everything else is basically like loadouts in Call of Duty. So you can set your character up with Halo Reach Head. You start the map. Here's the gun set. You pick one of these sets. So Halo 4 is like, here's what you can do for your level right now, and you can buy some of these pieces. Some of these pieces are free. Like you have, what is it called? It's points for your character.
Okay.
I guess it's Spartan points, and you can spend 1, 2, or 3 points for a special power up.
Okay.
They have like a sentry turret. What's the other things? You can do your armor abilities. Basically, they're like you have your armor abilities, and there's more of them. So there's some different things. You can heal your squad or your team or whatever. Kind of like how Halo 3 had the bubble shield. Kind of things like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So all that's included. I think the net code is a little bit different. It's not as precise as the Bungie games were. You're like, oh, okay, I guess I got a headshot, or I missed a headshot, but it looked like I did. It's just kind of off. Like Halo, you kind of knew, or I guess Bungie Halo, you kind of knew if you were missing a lot. You get that animated feedback. It was a lot more precise.
Is the Halo matchmaking still there, like the hallmark matchmaking?
Matchmaking seems fine. My one gripe with it is the part in Bungie Halos where, hey, we're going to start a map, and if it screws up, that screws everybody up. We're going to try to find a new host, but we're going to pause the game for that. That kind of isn't there.
Yeah.
So you have the ability, like Halo kind of starts it off. Here's your set group of players. Everybody go. Vote on the map. Go play the game. So this one, it kind of sets you up to go. It's not searching for the full, 16 people or whatever. It tends to throw you in a map that's already in. Sometimes it's been started, 10 seconds ago. Sometimes it started 5 minutes ago and it's almost over.
Okay.
So that part is kind of odd. It's like, why would you do that well, I guess Call of Duty does it too. If it's based on progression, you're always leveling up. But where Bungie was based on skill, so in order to keep it fair, you kind of had to have everybody start at the same time.
Okay.
Other than that, matchmaking is fine. What I've seen is that there will be more game types coming, but it really only starts with about 8 game types.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Like I think Halo 3 didn't start with a ton, but after the community got into it, they added all that extra stuff, and Reach started with a ton of it from the jump.
All right, cool. Well, what's the final verdict? It is a definite purchase, huh?
Yeah, definitely get better. It's a definite purchase. I mean, I'll be playing it until the next one comes out, just like I did with 3, just like I did with Reach,
So, I mean, I guess that's good that being that it switched hands, I guess that's good that it still is Halo.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that was important.
It's different. It's got, they're doing some different things. The community's probably going to push them to, do bigger and better. I mean, them coming out with more game types next week is going to be great because this current run is already kind of stale. Like, oh, yeah, we've been playing big teams since Reach, so, yeah.
Yeah.
So, sounds like it's kind of Halo evolved.
Pretty much.
Halo Combat Evolved. Well, as far as me, Lisa and I sat down. She's finally been feeling a little bit better, so we finally sat down to play a little bit of Lego Batman. And after like 10 minutes of not being able to find my nunchucks, because we've been playing on the Wii, I told her, I said, we could just start Lego Batman 2, and she said, no, we haven't 100%ed Lego Batman 1 again. Like, she keeps bringing that up, right? And I said, well, yeah, why don't we just try it and see if you like it? And she's like, well, what controllers do you use? I said, well, it's on the computer. And I said, you can use Xbox controllers. She said, is it something that I don't have to hold these two pieces apart from one another? And I said, yeah, it's an actual controller. And she's like, let's do that. So we started Lego Batman 2 on the PC last night and just played, I think, the first 2 stages in it. And wow, it looks great on my TV. It is gorgeous,
Nice.
I actually took a gallery of 19 screenshots or something while we were playing it last night, But as great as it is, in all honesty, I think we'll probably only be able to play 1 or 2 stages a night because that split screen is enough to make you ill enough to chuck, man.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people complaining about the way the split screen works.
Wow. Because it's almost like it'll give you vertigo. It's kind of like, it reminds me like when I got this 3D TV when I was trying every piece of 3D content under the sun. And when I got Gears of War 3, it kind of reminded me of the way I felt because the 3D in Gears of War 3 is kind of just cobbled together. So whenever you have it in 3D mode and you hit your guide button in the middle, oh my God, it scrambles your brain. And that's kind of what I felt because as we're playing, and she's just running off doing her own thing, man, she's all over the place and the screen splits diagonally from the top left down to the bottom right. Okay. But then as you run around, you come closer together, then it kind of comes back together and they're almost in sync. But they're not in sync, and you still got that line right through it, and my eyes they were ready to bleed after about an hour. And if you're running around and then you cross paths and you both go the opposite way of each other, then the split screen comes back together, the line disappears, and then the line turns the other angle and then splits off again, and you're like, oh.
Does it put you on the other side of the screen?
No, it keeps me there, but it just sort of, kinda. It kinda does. Sometimes the angle will be sharp, sometimes it'll be a little less sharp, and, cause at first I was like, well, hell, I should have sat on the other side of the room, you know what I mean? And that way our split screens would have been fine, but then they switched, and yeah, and I'm like, I really, really want to like this game. Mm-hmm. And I know I do, but it's almost like...
Have you played Kingdom for Keflings yet?
No, huh?
That has I think it's a similar split screen kind of action. You get to build your town, and you got your avatar guy walking around and stuff. You play 2 players. Once you move away from each other, it kind of splits off.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get sick from it. I don't know if it's as severe or not, but it seemed like a good way to do it. It doesn't just hard split here. Now everybody's doing their own thing. It seemed to come back It's like you could be far away, but in the same area, and then it wouldn't do the split screen. It would just kind of zoom out a little bit.
Yeah.
Just to fit you in.
Well, and see, that's what we were used to in Lego Batman 1 on the Wii. Obviously, the Wii could never handle anything like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the first game was kind of designed, and these Lego games seem to fit like a design progression the same as, you know, as they go. Like, they're all part of this series, but, you know, you play as a Lego character in the first one. Then the next one, you know, you play as 2 Lego characters. Now you can switch back and forth.
Mm.
And then, okay, let's add in co-op. And then, okay, let's add in this, you know, this dynamic split screen option. And, man, I was searching the options to try to turn that thing off. I'm going to have to search the web and see if there's a mode to disable that. I wonder, like a mod or something.
Just to keep it on one screen, or just a static split screen?
Or either or. I mean, I think I would, I think I'd be happy with either of those. But that tells me that this is a single-ass player game, man. Plain and simple.
Haven't they been doing this for years? Like, it's been co-op for, what, 3 or 4 games so far?
Yeah, I mean, I think it... which one did it start with? Lego Indiana Jones 2?
Yeah, you could definitely play it on the first one. I remember playing it.
Maybe the first one, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it seems like, as far as I'm seeing in Lego Batman 2, that the level design is a lot more vertical now than it was before. You know, taller buildings and everything, which completely, like, I always play bitch, so I'm always Robin. I let her be Batman because she has no desire to be Robin at all. And you know, I've got the magnet suit, and I'm walking up the face of this freaking, like, skyscraper, and it's probably not a skyscraper in relation to the world, but I'm walking up the side of this building, and I mean, she's scale-wise hundreds of feet below me, you know? And I don't know, it was odd. It really was odd, and it seems like the level design is completely different and sort of caters to that sort of mentality of you're not going to be in the same place at the same time anyway.
I don't know, man. Seems like Robin's not supposed to be straying too far from Batman.
No, I mean, he sure is when we're playing. I know.
It's a new feature. It's like, all right, well, if Robin goes too far, then the player instantly gets sick. How can we convey that?
It's like Lego Batman 3. Where the fuck is Batman?
With new vomit mode.
Right.
Oh, Lego Batman 2, syrup of Ipecac.
Vomit bag included.
Oh my god. But anyway, I sort of just used that anecdotally to bridge to something that, Dan, you and I had a chance to manually download the demo in a zip file and install.
Yeah, it seems like years since I've had to do that. But
I know. It's kind of crazy, right?
yeah.
I didn't even think I did it right at first.
Did you forget to extract it all?
Well, you know what? I tried to install it out of the zip file, and it wouldn't install, you know, and I'm sitting there thinking, oh, wait a minute. Where's the progress bar? What is happening? Wait, what? You know, I want my Steam. Where's my Steam? Lego Lord of the Rings demo.
Yeah.
So, the first thing that I noticed was, and like I just talked about, and that's kind of the reason that I talked about that progression, the iterative progression in Lego games. And the first thing that stuck out to me like a sore thumb, 3 characters to play as now at the same time.
3? Why not just 4? Have a whole squad of people.
I think it'll depend on where you are in the game.
Yeah.
You may well start off with just 2 characters. But, yeah, it was... That's the first thing that got me. Well, actually, no, the first thing that got me was it seemed like the audio was lifted directly from the movies.
I think it is. It is.
Is it super lazy or super awesome?
It's actually awesome.
Yeah. Yeah,
I really enjoyed it.
Right. Probably better not to try and imitate it.
Yeah. You start off, it's the scene in the first film with the, I've forgotten the name of the place now.
I think it's the Battle of Helm's Deep, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it, the Battle of Helm's Deep. And getting to play that as Lego characters was so much fun. Yeah,
it was a lot of fun. It really was.
I like the little things like when the elves turn up and Legolas is in the background. It's like, hey!
You know, and there are, like, even though these are like we said, we believe them to be, audio tracks lifted directly from the movies. There still are like that kind of thing. Like there's characters in the backgrounds that are falling over or passing out or something like that, So the comedy is still there, and there's something pretty comical about characters trying to act serious that look like plastic.
Yeah.
It's like
I loved it when you had to toss the dwarf.
Yeah, actually we did, yeah.
Yeah. Don't tell the elf.
Do they talk in this one?
Yeah.
All with the audio from the film.
Gotcha.
It's actually really neat.
Yeah, and it's so atmospheric as well. It's absolutely fantastic. It's definitely a day one purchase for me.
I would semi-agree. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be a day one purchase, but it's a definite purchase. No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I love all things Lord of the Rings, and Lego Lord of the Rings is just like some perfect storm. It's brilliant.
I know. Pretty good, though. I'll tell you what. And if you hadn't referred me to that rock paper shotgun article with the link to it, I probably would have never even gotten to that.
I was surprised to see it there. I couldn't find it on the Lego site to download it, which is a bit odd. I don't know if it was up at the time because I was getting it so quickly. But yeah, fantastic, great fun, and great to have a PC demo.
Yeah, I know.
True.
It's hard to believe. I mean, was there? I'm trying to think if there was a demo of Lego Batman 2 on the PC. Was there?
I have no idea.
I remember playing it on the 3DS. I know I played the demo on the 3DS. But it's crazy. Like playing Lego Batman 2 last night, and then like the night before was when I played the Lego Lord of the Rings demo. Lego Lord of the Rings even looks better than Lego Batman. Like the characters have like so much more of a sheen on them. Like when I said plasticky, they really do look plasticky. Like they look like toys.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was just the settings I had, but the water running down their faces just looked a little bit odd because there's a juxtaposition of kind of real looking water and plastic people, which is a bit odd. But
I noticed that in Lego, in both of these, that the environments, and I think you hit it on the head, the atmospheric nature of them. I mean, like playing a level in Lego Batman last night, it was a flight level in the Batwing and the Robin's copter. Man, the sunsets and the sort of the reflection off the water. I mean, these are some good looking games, and then you see these little stubby characters. It's great. I love it. It's so good. Oh, so good. The only other thing that, and I don't know, I hesitate to even bring this up, but we kind of did our first dungeon in Guild Wars, huh?
we did, didn't we? I forgot about that.
Yeah. Actually, we did it, the day after we recorded the last show last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you think?
It was... I've had easier runs.
Yeah.
I don't think we had the right kind of set of people. We could have done with maybe one less thief and something else in its place, because I think we had 2 thieves, didn't we?
I think it was 3.
Oh, 3. Yeah, that's too many.
3 thieves, a ranger, and a warrior that's not playing tank.
Yeah, we could have done with a guardian and Mesmer or something.
Well,
balance it out a bit.
Mr. Amorous got me all set up for whatever the next dungeon is. We were looking at a build, and he found me a build, and it is more of a control build with a mace and a shield and a war horn.
Yeah, cool.
So it's actually really cool. Most of the time it's basically, I mean, I guess if you want to boil it down, it's a set of skills to cycle through that keeps them off their feet by interrupts, by stuns, by knockdowns, and by controlled movement, like with bolas to stop the movement and things like that. So, plus buffs and debuffs with the Warhorn and all that kind of stuff. So, I'm excited to try it out. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully we're going to do it after the show.
It's going to be better than constantly chucking boulders at people to keep them on the ground.
Yeah, I know.
But that does work quite well.
I know. All right. Well, that's it for what we're playing. So let's get on to a little community stuff.
Danak here again. I want to talk about a couple of things, but first I want to say fantastic show, guys. The intro was very hilarious. My question to Scotsman is, are there any lines you're not willing to cross? And I'll definitely vote you for president if you were running. But anyways, real quick on last week's Walking Dead, the TV show. I'm getting to the point where I'm getting really frustrated because I've been reading the comics for years now, and there's this particular scene where somebody's dying. I'll try not to spoil it, but I mean, somebody always dies in every episode, and the way this particular person dies is completely different from how they die in the comics. So I'm watching it with my friend, and she's like, oh my god, she's gonna die. And I'm like, no, chill, don't worry, this is not how it happens. And bam, she dies. I'm like, fuck. The shock factor for me, it's like gone, because I'm expecting something different, like I guess towards how it happens in the comics. So when it does happen on the TV show, it's like, well, it's a little disappointing, because I feel like the show is going a different way than the actual comics, and it's a little disappointing. So I don't know. It's a fantastic show. For I guess somebody who hasn't seen it at all, but I don't know. It's that's a little complaint, I guess. It doesn't stick 100% to the actual comic storyline. But anyways, I've been playing Assassin's Creed, or should I say Ass Creed, Part 3. So these games have always been a slow starter for me. It must be because of the introduction of characters and storyline and stuff like that. So I was playing a couple of missions because it wasn't all like I had to play like every night. I wasn't like addicted to it. And at the end of Sequence 3, bam, something happened. Like there was a major plot twist. And ever since then, I've been playing like constantly. But it's very different from, I guess, the trilogy from Ezio. They've incorporated new things like doing missions on the ship and actually exploring at a bigger scale. It kind of reminds me of the first one, but very different. I'm liking it so far. It has a little bit of elements from Assassin's Creed 2 and Revelations and Brotherhood. So in a way, it kind of feels like a mixture of all three put together, plus a little extra formula of something new. So I'm liking it so far. Assassin's Creed has always been that storyline, that type of story where you can expand on it. So as long as you have good creative writers, I don't think it's gonna be boring at all. So if you're a big fan of it, you won't be disappointed. It's just a slow start in the beginning. One more thing. I was thinking about this the other day, and we all know about music that comes out of games and stuff like Mario, Zelda, Final Fantasy, and stuff like that. When you hear it, it automatically you relate to a game. But what about those songs that you hear from bands or artists or rappers that's incorporated into games like Borderlands, like Cage the Elephant, you hear it so often, or in Burnout Paradise, Paradise City. For instance, like I used to hear a bunch of Kanye West, Flashing Lights, when I was playing Grand Theft Auto 4. So when I hear that song, sometimes it reminds me of Grand Theft Auto 4. So my question for you guys is there any particular song that when you hear on the radio that it automatically brings back memories to a certain game? So yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Later, guys. By the way, Scott, I love your diabolical laugh. No homo.
All right, Mr. Danak, thank you again for the voicemail. And guys, the intro from last week.
Good stuff.
It was way too easy. We talked about it, that it would be kind of funny with the election and stuff, to do like an attack ad, and obviously with the poignancy of everything that's been going on in the industry with the media, games press and stuff, that it'd just be great. And Scott was more than obliged to give me some clips.
I'd vote for him.
Oh, what a guy. So Danok says about the Walking Dead show. Did either of you guys watch the Walking Dead episode last week?
No, I'm a series behind.
I
haven't watched the show since the first episode on Netflix.
Ah.
I was like, I'm kind of bored with this. And then the game came out, and I've only played the first episode of that too. So I gotta finish the game, and then I'll go back and watch the show because it was interesting. I just got kind of bored with it.
Yeah, you gotta stick with it. The first couple of shows have sort of an expository nature to them, kind of.
Gotcha.
Yeah, what series are you guys on at the moment?
We are now in season 3.
Oh, yeah. Season behind. I've seen the first few episodes of season 2, so I've got to catch up.
On this last week's episode, one character perished, a pretty significant character, and like he said, it totally doesn't happen that way in the comic, and it drives me nuts.
At this point, can you even complain? You can't even complain at this point. We know the TV show is so different from the comic.
Yeah, I mean, it follows it loosely, setting-wise and everything, that it's relatively close. But, we've talked about it before. There are characters that exist in one universe or in one timeline that don't exist in the other, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So, but still, both great game and TV show, and really enjoying them. But kind of taking some liberties here and there. And that's not always a bad thing, because I sit there and think, well, yeah, like I said last week, I'm read all the way up through issue 72, and they're still kind of surprising me in the TV show, so I don't know, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I need to get on the comic book too, because the sample on Amazon is like, here's the first page. It gives you like the book, like the actual book, so you have like the blank page, the prologue, and then the letter from Robert Kirkman, and then like the first page of the comic.
Couldn't they give me 3 pages of comic?
The hell? Yeah, it's like, give me like pages of actual book, not the part that nobody cares about. Like, yeah, okay, that'd be great if I had the book and he signed that part of the book. That'd be cool. But yeah, even then, I'm not going to be reading that.
I'm really digging those compilation books. I'm ready for more, but I kind of want to wait till Christmas. I figure that's an easy Christmas gift, for somebody to buy. So, then you talked about Assassin's Creed 3. Now, I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but from everything I've seen, it would seem to me that Connor is more of a cipher like Altair, which I think is where a lot of the comparison is coming from.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything about Assassin's Creed 3. I've been trying to keep myself in the dark for the day when I finally do pick it up. Because I kind of, I want to. I missed out on the kind of middle 2.
I want to too, but it's going to be a Steam sale thing for me.
Yeah, or free with a graphics card.
Yeah, that'd be great. So his big question in the voicemail was, about licensed music in games. And Rob, any licensed music in a game that every time you hear of it, you think of that game?
Yes. It's going to be Panama by Van Halen from Gran Turismo 4. Yep. Standard. Anytime it's on the radio, got to be heard. Yep. Not that it's not an awesome song by itself, but that's what kind of brought me to it.
It's even awesome. Better behind the wheel of a multi-million-dollar sports car. Yeah.
Much. Like, oh yeah, these tires are about $50,000 a piece. That's cool. This is awesome.
What about you, Dan?
Well, I don't tend to really listen to the radio much around here because most of it's, crap. So I spend most of my time listening to soundtracks anyway. So
yeah,
at the moment, I've got the 4-disc Guild Wars 2 soundtrack playing in the car. Funnily enough, that makes me think of Guild Wars 2.
See, that's a bullshit answer. That's even worse than mine.
Yeah, well, the radio stations over
good,
here,
though.
Where I live, because there's so many hills, we don't tend to get much in the way of decent. We get like the BBC stations, and that, there's nothing that really plays stuff that has been in any of the games I've played. So yeah, it's just, I'm sorry, it's a cop out, but I just don't listen to that much radio.
Mine's a cop out. That's totally worse than mine. Okay. Mine is Queens of the Stone Age, 3s and 7s. Every time, because I had it in my truck, like you said. But every time I heard 3s and 7s, I can remember playing freaking Guitar Hero 3. Or 4. Or Guitar Hero something. I don't even know what Guitar Hero was anymore. I'm pretty sure it was 3. And 3s and 7s, man, I used to just crank the freaking, the freaking home theater, man, and just rock out with 3s and 7s. It was great.
Yeah, Guitar Hero songs, that's a cop out for sure.
It is a cop out.
There is one, I've never heard it on the radio, but I've heard it in passing when I've been going past, and it always reminds me of Guitar Hero, and that's Kansas, Carry On My Wayward Son.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Does it count if it's like kind of backwards? Like if certain tracks from a game soundtrack remind me of a certain show we did, because like kind of where I tried to squeeze them in too.
Yeah, I also said that overuse of that Power song by Kanye for every game trailer of 2000.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even
That'd
think
be
of that.
downside. Like, what's it for? Power. This other game, Power. This other game over here has nothing to do with this song, Power. Like,
What isn't it for? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And it's just a shame that Scott couldn't be here, but believe me, next week or whenever we're gonna talk to him about this, about the
see
what
what he
lines
won't
won't he
do.
cross. What lines won't he cross in his laugh? You know, that was the best part of it. Like I echoed the laugh at the end, so it sounds like great. Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun. So all right, thank you very much, sir, for the voicemail. And we had one tweet come in from OC_CP Matthew. For old time's sake,
Yeah.
he threw in a hashtag, the Gamesman check. He says, have a good show, Gamesman. Been loving Halo 4 this week. 2-word review, more Halo. I'm a sucker for blue space chicks. So, seems like he's in agreement with you, Rob, about Halo.
Is she a space chick, though? She's more like a... I mean, she's not from space. She's from Earth, right?
How about, what if we made an addendum that says blue hologram space chicks or something like that?
See, like, the Avatar girl's a space chick, because she's out in space.
How about just blue chicks?
Part. Okay, yes, blue chicks, sure. Great.
Blue semi-transparent chicks. How about that?
Right. So you got Cortana, and you got the Avatar girl, and that girl that got shot in Fifth Element. There you go.
Oh yeah, the singer.
Yep. Just look like John Leguizamo, though.
My God.
It's on Netflix. Check it out. I'm not kidding.
As soon as you say when somebody got shot, I think about the guy sitting in front of Pee Wee Herman at the theater.
Oh. Yeah.
Anyway, that's as bad as a Jerry Sandusky joke. Yet another one. All right. So, shout outs, Mr. Big Rob.
Shout out to you guys for having me on. It's good stuff. I guess it was a long time coming, right? It had to happen eventually. So yes, thank you for having me on. It's good times. I guess shout out to Game Enthuse, all those guys over there, my co-hosts. What are their names? Yeah. Now that'd be Indifference, Assault Suit, and Tiny 415. Great guys over there. They're also part of the Enthuse Nation, the bigger collective of podcast stuff that we do in association with the Geeks Gone Raw network. It's geeksgoneraw.com, enthuselive.podomatic.com, gameenthuse.com, all that stuff. Yep.
Sweet.
Shout outs to everybody.
Excellent. Daniel.
Yeah, just one. It was my mum's 61st birthday the other day, and I forgot to buy her a birthday present. So happy birthday, Mum!
Yeah, happy birthday.
Here's a podcast. Yep.
It was your birthday, and all I got you was this crappy podcast.
Yeah.
As far as me, you, large Robert, thank you very much. I appreciate you coming on. I've been trying to get you on for a long time, and I'm glad that we could finally get it done.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
And also VGHub.net. Great wealth of gaming content over at VGHub.net. Something for everyone. So, Robert, web for the week to come, PSN ID, gamertag, Twitter, Steam, all that kind of stuff. Where are you going to be?
Xbox Live, that's Big Rob 029. Twitter, Big Rob 029. I think there's a Tumblr page. I think there's some other stuff. Check out enthusreviews.blogspot.com and the digital magazine as well. If you go to tinyurl.com/enthuse, you can get all the Enthuse Nation stuff right on your mobile device, Android, iOS, and that's it. If you go on your computer, you can get the link to throw it right up there on your device. But
cool.
Yeah, good stuff.
Excellent. Dan, web for the week to come.
Yeah, Twitter at Hardlydan. Origin, I've got that reinstalled for the free copy of. So Hardlydan on that, unsurprisingly, and not just the 16th, the 18th, I think it is. But pretty much most of the time, I will be in Guild Wars 2. That's Hardlydan .4219, is it? I can't remember. Yeah. And I'll be in the Rabid Gaming TeamSpeak server.
Yes.
Details of which I can't remember, but if you get hold of Rabid Scotsman, he'll give you the login details and stuff.
rabidgaming.fataleambition.com, and I'm pretty sure the password is GetRabid, all one word.
There we go.
And plus, like you said, free Guild Wars Refer a Friend weekend. So if you want to get in on it on Guild Wars 2 and check it out, I think, what is it, Dan? The Lost Shores or something, new content that weekend as well?
Yeah. There's a one-time only event on the 16th, I think. Which is supposed to reshape the map of Tyria forever. So I'm guessing it's going to be a new area that's unlocking.
Oh, shit!
May not be, but the screenshots are looking quite cool, and I'm really looking forward to playing it.
Yeah.
I'm buying gems now because I'm sure the price is going to go up, and I'm going to sell them and make some money.
Yeah.
You get money.
So obviously, if you want to get in on that, let us know. Some of our friend references are spoken for already, but I'm sure we can maybe come up with one for you if you're interested. So as far as me, web for the week to come, JSSLIFELIKE, pretty much everywhere. That's PSN, that's Xbox Live, maybe. Twitter, Steam, Skype, Xfire, all that cool stuff. And that's about it. So, Dan, bill time.
Right. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page. We haven't had any new likes, so I've got no names to read out there. Just, go onto the page, click like. We get more stats about the page, the more people that like us, so it'd be nice to know what's going on there.
Yeah.
We'd like some more voicemails. We're running out of shows, and we probably haven't heard from you, whoever you are. So call the RPG hotline at 412-267-RPG1. That's 412-267-RPG1. If you're mute or you don't like talking, you can always email us. The email address is thegamesmanrpg@gmail.com. If sending an email seems like too much work, don't forget you can tweet us. Our Twitter account is @thegamesmanrpg, and we have one new follower, which is King_Wazir, WAZEER. So cheers, man.
Yeah, thanks.
You'll probably see some tweets about this show coming up.
Yeah.
And don't forget, you can also listen to us on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/thegamesmanrpg. We've only got 7 shows left, so hurry up and do our work for us.
Yeah, get it in. Help us out. Alrighty, guys. Well, that is about it. So, on behalf of Big Rob 029, on behalf of the omnipotent Hardlydan, I am Lyfeliek. We are the Gamesmen, and until next time, we ask,
what role
will you play?
not fully satisfied with this podcast, please return any portions for a full refund.
What role will you play?